Let's network
in this
on
tournament.
Scots
Very
with
busy
souls.
doing this and that, right? So yeah, entered the tournament, lasted 4 rounds, got the gold. I'm like, fuck you.
Well, there's a wee story to start off the podcast. What's happened, Viper? Welcome back to the Scots with Soul
Alright,
podcast.
cool.
Yes, we're just straight in this week. Fucking none of that fucking bullshit at the start. Just straight in.
Hold on, I've got an ad.
Well, we're talking. We're already live. Doesn't matter
Are
that
we?
you can see it or no.
Did you say did I put that on the stream?
Aye.
Oh.
You're talking like that through the fucking outro. That's what I was like. Don't. You just kept talking.
I didn't know you were waving. I didn't realise you were waving. Oh well, did you see this? Hi Greg. Nice to see you. Just 1 gold. Fuck you.
Just
But not in that way. Just
straight into the podcast, man. Like that. Yo.
it's like, well done, get well done. Actually, I'm happy for you. Nice one. It's nice to know when someone you're just naturally good when you decide to fight last minute and win gold. Like, I'm sorry, my only reaction to that's like, oh, fuck you. it's because I feel inadequate now. That's why you made me feel inadequate. Hi, Greg. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you since next a call, aye.
Fuck you, Greg, and your gold medal. Fucking show off.
Oh, 20 minutes you could hear my door go. Fuck me.
So, where do you want to start the night with our topics or subjects? We've got quite a few for the night.
We should start with how salty CG Project Red Man is.
Right, okay, let's start with CD Projekt Red Salty Man. No, it's not even CD Projekt Red Salty Man, it's just Witcher author Salty Man.
Yeah, Witcher author Salty Man.
Aye, like, it's nothing to do with CD Projekt Red. They were the ones that were getting salt in their general direction and were actually really cool with Witcher author. What we call him again? Witcher author Angry
Salty Man.
Salty Man, aye.
Witcher author Angry Salty Man. CG Project Red Salt.
Now, Angry Witcher author books Salty Man. Netflix Salt. Like, I've not seen this interview or this article, so put it in chat. Let's give a ganders at it while we read it.
Right. So basically,
you read this one and I'll look. Right, there you go. Yes.
So the Witcher author, The Witcher has been one of the most Netflix standout hits, but the books on which the show is based seems rather what does it say? RETICNT. Reticent about his thoughts on the latest adaptation. Right, sorry, Polish people. I don't even attempt to say your names because I'll get it wrong, right?
Reticent, not revealing one's thoughts or feelings readily. There you go.
Right. Anyway, the author's name, it's got a ski at the end. I don't even try and pronounce them because
Andrei. Let's just call it Andrei Sapkowski. There you go.
Andy. There you go.
Andy. Big Andy Sapkowski.
It is. And Andy Sapkowski. There we go. Andy Sapkowski has refused to be drawn on what he thinks of the TV series, on what it did well and not so well, and his thoughts on video games. He replied in an interview, "My name appears in the credits. I cannot praise the show. It wouldn't be decent." He is similarly... what is it with this place and putting words I can't read?
Succinct.
I would... when asked what he thought didn't translate so well, I would have to be an idiot to say my name appears in the credits. Sorry, why are you so salty?
I know, it's like, see when you're...
I understand it's a money thing. I get that it's a money thing.
No, it doesn't even have that excuse, right? See, if you can't negotiate a good deal, that's your bad. Stop negotiating your own fucking deals. See, if it's an agent negotiating your deals that you're really salty with, sack the fucking agent, right? Stop pouring salt on people for something you've sold the rights to them for something you knew they were going to do, and then they were got more popular than what you done. Stop getting salty about it because your popularity's grown at the same time. Stop getting salty about it. But Andy, it's like, got to calm down, mate. Got to calm down. Stop being such a greedy, salty man.
Do you know what you could do, right? And because I've seen writers do this before. What they do is they go, yes, that was me that came up with the original idea. That was me that wrote the original thing. This is my world. I made this world up. Hey, MCM Comic Con. Hey, all these other nerd conventions around the world.
Have you
Do
ever?
you want me to come on a panel?
I've never seen him moan once about the Hexer TV show, which is based after the Witcher books as well. I've never seen him moan about that once. Do you know why? Because it's pants. Do you know what I mean? It's like, see if somebody takes your work and improves on it, which is possibly going to happen, because that's what human beings have done since the dawn of time. They take something that other human beings
made. It's going to happen.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It's
like
I might do it to some other person. You know, it's
human beings take what other human beings made and they make it better. That's why you've got a mobile phone. That's why I'm talking on a live stream into a camera that's not an eye. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many times has an eye evolved? Fucking millions of times, probably. And then humans invented one and created one artificially because we take things and we make things better. Do you know what I mean? Our cameras are much more fucking what's the word? Much higher fidelity. Fidelity is the word I'm looking for. They've got much higher fidelity than eyes and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, so stop getting salty, Big Andy. They took it and they made it better. You knew they were going to do it. They paid you sufficient amounts of money, and see if that money's not enough. You signed the dotted line. That's what a contract is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm still like, it's like, the only reason he's angry because he's only angry because the Witcher TV series is doing so well. Like, people critics are saying that it's better than Game of Thrones. Mr. Salty Man, your world has been called better than Game of Thrones. One of your biggest competitors, George R.R. Martin, right? You've now got something over him because your world is given more life to something that's better than his. You should be putting your middle finger up and going, George, fucking spin on it. Like, but, you should be.
Big George is.
I bet your book sales have gone up as well. I bet your book sales have gone way up.
Yeah, you can tell, man, because see, like, the YouTube culture that sprung up round about Game of Thrones, they've got, see, ever since Game of Thrones, we all know what happened at the end of Game of Thrones. If you don't, you don't. You might come into that knowledge. But us who do know what happened at the end of Game of Thrones, we know that it really fucked a lot of people talking about Game of Thrones for their YouTube channel. People just lost interest over fucking night. But at the same time, see if you're going to fuck a TV show up to the same degree Game of Thrones does it, do it in the finale episode.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I still can't believe it.
It's the one precedent they did set. If you're going to monumentally fuck something up, fuck it up at the end. Right? Do you know what I mean?
I don't understand how... Right, this is how history has been written, right? This is what history has done, right? The biggest TV show of the 21st century. It felt like
Game of Thrones shat in your kettle, but didn't it? It really did, man.
The biggest TV show.
Try to pour a cup of tea.
On the 20th.
Fucking hell, man.
Of the 21st century, right, is now known for being the worst ending ever.
Mate, I don't think you're going to top that in terms of bad endings. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you can. Like, but it's again what George R. R. Martin said. Here, the viewers have guessed your ending. Good job. Why did you change it? Now nothing makes sense.
None makes sense. I know.
Although, like people oh no, it can't be that bad because people are still talking about it to this day. They're not talking about it for the reason you think they're talking about it.
Yeah, no. But to bring us back to the point,
here's the interest. Here's the interest in Game of Thrones after that episode released, right? Oh, episode's done.
But you were talking about how big angry salty Andy boy his book sales are going to go up, and that's true because like I say, the YouTube culture that sprung up running about Game of Thrones, yes, it did die. What's that you've got to read it? It did. The Game of Thrones YouTube channels pretty much died when Game of Thrones did, but they weren't at the end of their lifespan yet, so they needed something else to do. And when The Witcher came out, I swear to God, it's like a godsend for them. All the ones that I used to follow and catch up in the Game of Thrones lore, all the stuff that I hadn't read in the books. I'm not a big reader of books, so I like to catch up with that stuff. I'll watch your YouTube channel. You read the books and you tell me the cool stuff, right? You read through all the shite. So like that is all those guys and all those girls. They've all popped up doing the exact same with The Witcher. So like, how many other people are buying the book series to do that as well? Do you know what I mean? And how many people that are watching the videos are buying the books so as they can agree and disagree? And do you know what I mean? It's like, see if I don't know why he's so salty. He just is it what's his name? Where is it?
Andy Sapowski or something.
Aye, I'm just going to copy paste it. Right, hold on, copy paste. Is paste an only child? No answers. No answers. No answers. Just that his boys did. That's quite horrible. Sorry about that. I didn't realise that was going to pop up. But I think that guy's a fucking only child. I think he grew up with no brothers and sisters, and this is somebody taking his toy away from him. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck's sake, man. Just calm down. You signed it. You told me I could play with your toy. I even gave you money to play with your toy, and now I'm playing with your toy and having a lot of fun. And people want to play with me and this toy, and they didn't want to play with you and the toy. Don't get fucking salty at me. Do you know what I mean? No, my fault. Won't play. They'll probably buy a book or two off you now. Probably play with your toy. If you bring your toy and don't be a dick, they'll play with you. Do you know what I mean?
Speaking of authors who are incredibly salty and now maybe getting TV series, there is a series coming out this year called Lovecraft.
Oh, is there?
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how intertwined it is with Lovecraft. I don't know if it's made by Jordan Peele or
is it? It's probably called Lovecraft because it's probably got to take all like his ideas and just make it into his own story using those assets.
Yeah. Well, it's called Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country. It's not actually too hard.
But here's the interesting, right? So Lovecraft Country follows Atticus Black as he joins up with his friend Letitia. It hasn't got a C. Lititia.
TIA, sure.
Is it? No, Letitia. Letitia. and his uncle George to embark on road trips across 1950s Jim Crow America in search of his missing father. This begins a struggle to survive and overcome both the racist terrors of white America and terrifying monsters that could be ripped from a Lovecraft paperback. So I'm like, thing is, like, I was into, but here's the cool part: executive producers, J.J. Abrams.
Ooh.
That got me excited. Production company, Bad Robot, Warner Brothers. I'm like, even better, network, HBO, which means probably going to be good.
Well, it's going to have the budget. It's going to have every chance to be good, ain't it? That's probably what you should be saying.
I'm very, very excited. Because
very excited, puppy dog.
Everybody who knows me personally knows that I'm a big fan of the kind of Lovecraftian like monsters.
Tell us again,
I love.
who is it that's all working on it?
I just closed the fucking tab.
It's J.J. Abrams thunder and HBO.
J.J. Abrams.
Who else do we?
Jordan Peele. He made
Peele
Get
thunder.
Out, and you've got some of the actors. Jonathan Majors. What else has he been in?
Majors thunder. It's Jonathan Majors.
They seem to be all like relatively unknown. That are people I've never heard of. Journeys. I can't even pronounce half these names. What have you been in? There was one that was in Birds of Prey. Oh, she's in Birds of Prey, as in like the new film coming out.
I mean, it could be good. It sounds like it's got a good premise. Do you know what I mean? Like,
It does. I hope, like me personally, I know it's going to tackle issues going on right now because it obviously tackling Jim Crow America, very racist. Da, 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 in 1954, so that was before Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was the 60s, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure. I know he was. I know he was
basically
a boomer.
I think it's around the civil rights movement. So you've got that going on, but also Cthulhu. Like,
who doesn't want to see Cthulhu in a TV show? I know.
I love Cthulhu.
But
like,
we've already seen him in South Park, but
we've got a new game out called Cthulhu, and that's going to be cool.
There's a game out as well, is there? Oh, it's fucking. This is the free PlayStation game of the month. No, Xbox game of the month. Aye, it's on Xbox this month.
Call it Cthulhu?
Call it Cthulhu's free on Xbox this month, along with TT Isle of Man on Xbox.
And we know that the
PSN is BioShock Collection, Sims 4, and Firewall
so cool.
Zero Hour. I know we had the Uncharted one right there, which is still available until the 6th, by the way, so get that added to your library. You don't need to download it if you've not got the space, just add it to your library, and then do the same with the BioShock Collection. Aye, I've not played either of them, so it's 2 collections that I could play at some point. It's quite good.
Yeah,
PlayStation have definitely...
Well.
Sorry, what?
I've not played it. I got Uncharted 4 when I got my... It was those deals like...
I've played the Uncharted. I've played the Uncharted too.
I've not touched Uncharted. I've actually been told that if I liked Jedi Fallen Order's platforming, I will love Uncharted's platforming.
Aye, the platforming's pretty similar.
I've been told that in Jedi Fallen Order, there's a bit at the start of the game where you're on a freight train, and part of it gets blown off, and you're literally dangling by the netting. And someone said that's ripped right out of an Uncharted game.
Aye, Uncharted pretty much has a monopoly on that. Every game pretty much starts with Nathan Drake falling off a mountain or falling out a helicopter or climbing on the outside of a fucking aeroplane. That's why Saints Row done what Saints Row done. Do you remember the opening of Saints Row's? Saints Row 3.
Which one? 1 or 2?
3. You remember the opening to Saints Row 3?
God, I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember the opening to Saints Row 3 because I was so kind of taken back as to what it was, because I played Saints Row 2.
Saints Row 3, he jumps out the jet, they're falling to earth, the jet explodes, somebody's not got a parachute, so he takes his parachute off so he can go way down and get them. He goes down and gets them, that cunt's got a parachute that they couldn't open, manages to open the parachute, the plane comes down, catches bits of debris, catches the parachute, so they fly through the plane. While you're playing it, you batter a few people while you're flying through the plane. You grab the woman in your arms as you put a fucking parachute on, and then you get sucked out the cockpit window and pull your parachute, and you're like, ha.
I love stuff like that because it's so stupid.
Aye, but that's why they done that. It was kind of because Uncharted had done it 3 or 4 times by then. Do you know what I mean?
If I'm right, didn't GTA 5 just come out for Saints Row?
Saints Row 3 came out maybe a year and a half before GTA 5. Because Saints Row 4, I think, came out at the same time as GTA 5.
Do you think Saints Row basically saw what GTA was doing, realised that they'll never be able to beat them, and go, let's just...
Yes, I think that's exactly what they did. I
gotta admit, though, Saints Row 2 was fun.
Saints Row, I didn't play 1 or 2. I only played 3 and 4.
If you like the kind of if you like, Grand Theft Auto story.
Johnny Gat dies at the very start.
Yeah.
He dies in the opening cutscene of 3, and by the time he dies, he's the coolest character, and then he dies, and you're like, what? Johnny Gat's dead? I don't even know who Johnny Gat is, but why is Johnny Gat dead?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's quite cool because Johnny Gat in Saints Row 2, he gets introduced because you need to go and free him from a court case. He's getting shot. He's going to be basically be given the chair because he's with
that's why you're on the plane.
18 counts of murder.
You're on the plane freeing Johnny Gat, and he ends up giving his life to save yours because he finally became a man or whatever. I don't know.
Johnny Gat is still one of the coolest characters in Saints Row 2.
What's
You're
the
right.
matter? What is it? Don't try and put too much down your fucking throat then.
That's what she said.
You idiot. He puts all his biscuits in his mouth and he's like, I can't chew any of these. You fucking chip. But yeah, next topic, right? We'll move on to this because I want to show you this and see if you can.
I'll look away from the.
No, I typed in a different one. It's what this. Right, but then we just go straight.
Let me look at this. I'm not going to click on the link. I'm going to look at the screen.
Boom. Right. What is this a picture of?
I know that. I know what that is a picture of.
Do you really?
That is a picture of the sun.
It's the sun really close up, aye. It's the close up image we've ever had of the sun. And
Yeah, but you know what the cool thing is about that picture though?
What?
The circumference you're seeing is 3 Earth diameters long.
No, this is much closer. That's 18. No, in fact, I can't remember.
I was told that one of those sunspots you're looking about is the same size as Europe.
Aye, one of them is France, like it's size of France or Texas. But
I think it's like averagely the size of Texas each.
They had to use on the telescope. I can't remember, but it must have been something else. The number.
I had to just paint it black.
Oh, in fact, it's the smallest one on there's 18 miles in diameter, and the biggest ones are the size of Texas and France. That's what it was for. But see the opening on the telescope, it was took for the Hawaii observatory, and on the telescope, the hole that they had to observe through to get that small image on the sun was 316 nanometers in circumference. Nanometers. It's like a pinhole looking at the sun.
You can't leave any light.
Like, holy shit. But I think that's really fucking cool. Because like that's the closest image we've ever seen, and they were talking about how it's going to like increase their ability to like predict weather in space and shit like that, and see weather in space.
If I'm right, it said.
That's
if I'm
something
right,
that we are
like
uniquely vulnerable to at this point in time. Do you know what I mean? We all our electrical grids and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Like we get.
Well, what is it like? If I'm right, when I'm pretty sure because I saw this, someone talking about it. Is it our current warning time is like 42 minutes? So if something happens on the sun, we have 42 minutes before we know, and that's not enough time to alert the whole. However, with this new technology, oh my god, the stream's done it again.
What has it?
It's doing the whole like, but the face I'm making.
No. It's a good point.
Something is listening to me.
That's the second time tonight you've actually pointed that out.
Right. So, for a bit of context of what just happened. So, I said to Trust before we went live. I think something in my room is listening to me. I think it's my echo. But reason why I would be talking to COD and I mentioned Xena Warrior Princess, right? And when I mentioned Xena Warrior Princess, about 5 seconds later, Xena Warrior Princess came up on my Facebook feed. Now we were just talking about the sun, and what came up on my Facebook feed was a thing that said, a guy called me a pussy for putting on sunscreen. Imagine thinking you're tougher than the sun. The fucking sun. Idea.
Because the sun's run by Rupert Murdoch. I couldn't get it out without fucking stuttering and laughing.
I haven't heard that name in ages. When's the last time I heard the name Rupert Murdoch?
I don't know. Let's just change the subject, right? Right, let's see what your Facebook talks about this time. Let's see if your Facebook brings up a bit up about this one, right? Did you hear the story this week that a guy in Kansas a guy in Kansas asked his wife for a trial by fucking combat to sell their divorce settlement? Do you know the funniest part about the whole article, right? Is he's talking about it and he's like, obviously the judge is asking him questions. He's like, I don't ever remember it being removed for the US laws. Judge is like, you're right, we don't really use it anymore. And he's like, but I mean, think about it, it'll make your job easier. He's like, how? He says like deciding who gets what gets what. He says trial by combat usually ends up with one person. He says you no need to decide. Everything goes to the victor, like holy shit. I'll bring it up, right? We'll read a wee bit of the article. Fucking and it's supposed to be trial, but it's trail. Spelling for the win. Hey, here it's here. Kansas man requested a GOT style trial by combat against his ex-wife to settle their custody dispute. The 40-year-old father claims he made the request merely to match the absurdity he believes endured from his ex-wife's attorney. But we don't really want to get into the ins and outs of this guy's divorce, right? Let's just go to the funny bits. Where is it? To this day, trial by combat has never been explicitly banned or restricted as a right in these United States, Ostrom asserted according to court records. There's the first one. Where's the next quote?
I'm not gonna lie, he looks like someone that would love to beat his wife.
He's talked about the absurdity. Obviously, he's annoyed with the lawyer, right? He added that his ex-wife was well within her rights to choose her attorney as her champion. Like, I'll fuck you up too, cunt. He's just in court threatening to kill people, but fucking making sure he's, like, keep himself above board and legal. Oh my god, man. It's just why they fucking funny stories.
You know, I just read a line of that. Because apparently women aren't capable of wielding swords. Well, now I think about it, see every time I've seen a woman in TV have a sword, it's always been a dainty little rapier. Or like a very thin blade. Or even just like I want to see on TV a woman walk up with a big ass fucking greatsword and go, I'm gonna chop off your fucking leg.
And just fuck some cunts up. Chop a big cunt's leg off, a big scary man's leg off with a big greatsword. That would be good to see.
Like, I don't know, like it might just be me.
Though Lagerford and Vikings, man. That's one example of
I couldn't get into Vikings. I don't know what it is.
I like Vikings.
Couldn't get into it.
I like it. It's good. It's going through its 6th season now. It's still pretty good. It's still pretty enjoyable. Talking about Vikings and TV shows, since we've been on that, we'll talk about the Netflix thing next and how they changed their policy.
What about Keira Knightley in Pirates of the Caribbean? Keira Knightley, Pirates of the Caribbean, what kind of sword did she have?
I don't really think she fought all that much.
She did. She was queen of the pirates. She became queen.
Aye, but when you're queen, you don't need to fight that much.
She got right in there.
I don't know. I've not really seen Pirates of the Caribbean, so one I can't really comment on.
And I don't know. Can you count Rey from Star Wars? It's not really a sword, is it?
No, but I suppose it works exactly like a sword does, doesn't it? For all intents and purposes, it is a sword. I
really wish if I got a sword that went.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. You need to make the noises, man. You need to make the noises.
Can click up. Here, you've probably noticed, but do you know when Ewan McGregor was filming the scenes for the Star Wars prequels?
Aye, he
had a big problem because they kept going.
Aye,
but I'm sorry, if I ever got to act in Star Wars, I'd be doing the exact same. I know when the cameras are on me, I'd be like. Here,
it helps you get into the role, man. Do you know what I mean? Do whatever you need to do.
I pick up a glow stick and start going.
Pure point with glow sticks like they're lightsabers, man. Like, they're pure flop a bit.
Here, what was it? When we were talking about Game Blast.
Fog Chronicles says greatest shite pirate films ever. Only Hook and Muppets Treasure Island. Mate, Hook. Holy shit, Hook. We used to watch that every weekend when I went to my grand's. Man, that's what my grand used to put on to pacify us kids. Fucking Hook's on. Sit down. Gaze piece. We always used to sit there and watch Hook, man, or just pure giggle. Like, fuck, man, Hook was amazing.
There's one. Did you ever see the new Peter Pan with Hugh Jackman?
No, no,
Do you know what song they sung when Hook showed up?
no.
It Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
What?
It makes it. When I first saw it, I thought, no, this. Then I watched it, I was like, this is real.
Oh, man.
I don't like it.
No, it should have been a composed, like, piratey tune. Do you know what I mean? Like, or a
Like,
really
do,
good...
do, 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 do.
Aye, do you know what I mean? Like, aye, like, fucking... They don't do that sort of movie right anymore. It's all got to be super cool and super hip. Nobody wants to take chances in movies anymore, didn't they know?
Well, apparently there's
Especially after Game of Thrones.
apparently there's an Amazon Prime show called Black Sails, which is good. I need to finish watching that.
Black Sails is fantastic. Black Sails is actually fantastic. It's brilliant. It follows Long John Silver and Blackbeard and that, their characters that are in it. Aye, that's a really good TV show as well.
And then Pirates of the Caribbean, when they tried to add Blackbeard in, it didn't work.
See, they do it right in Black Sails. I don't even tell you how, because obviously you're still to enjoy that. But I was actually talking about Black Sails today. That's when my wee brother was like, I just watched that Black Sails, man. It's really good. I was like, you finished it? He's like, I finished it in a couple of weeks, man. It's really fucking good. And he was talking about how he really liked how they used like Blackbeard and Long John Silver, and how it's obviously not the true story, but it's fucking, it's a good TV show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's a lot of TV shows out there that I'm highly anticipating their next season. Like I'm saying that, like I say, the ones that I'm looking forward to the most are probably The Last Kingdom, if they ever get a fucking new season. I'm like, Jesus Christ, come on! I've heard nothing about it. And Altered Carbon, if they ever get one, because Altered Carbon
would be good.
So good.
But I feel like they finished that. I feel like that's rounded out.
It is, yeah, but oh god, another season of that would be fucking banging.
I don't know. I feel like another season of Altered Carbon, like after it being rounded out like that, would kind of be the. I call it the jobby approach to TV, and it's like, see that way, like some TV shows, they just drone on and on and on, and it's just the same episode after the same episode, basically.
Like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's no worse than Game of Thrones. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking Arrow's a real culprit for it.
I can never got into Arrow.
The DC
never got into
TV
the DC
shows,
universe.
The DC universes are real culprits for it, and that's where the jobby theory came from. I remember pausing an episode of Arrow. I was sitting watching it with my brother. Paused it, and he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Is this not pure annoying you?" And he's like, "How?" And I explained how it was annoying me, and I was like, "It's just the same thing every week." I was like, literally, the episode starts with them saying, "Oh, we've ran out of toilet paper and I really need a shite." And then the start bit of the episode's them forming a plan on how they're going to get toilet paper. And then they go try to get toilet paper.
Are we talking about Arrow or The Walking Dead?
We're talking about Arrow and The Walking Dead.
Same.
Do you know what I mean? And like they're like, we're going to go get this toilet paper. It's dead easy to get. We'll just nip in and get it. And then they go to get the toilet paper, and then the toilet paper eating monster eats the last bit of toilet paper that they were going to get, and then they need to discover how they beat the toilet paper eating monster. And then the episode finishes with a guy in the pan like that, because it's just pure drivel and shite. It's the jobby theory to TV, man. You know exactly what I mean. Like, I've never watched The Walking Dead, but it's obviously they use a formulaic system, and you've felt that way, like watching it as well.
Well, like at the very start, when it was like, oh, you know, them all getting together, it was cool, right? But when it was like, oh, we need to do this. Oh, where is this? It's over there. Oh, do you know what else is over there?
Zombies.
What? Zombies. No, what we're going to do? You go get it, because zombies. But like, I'm sorry, but like, I thought, you not watched The Walking Dead, right? The zombies weren't that fast. They didn't really run. They had numbers, right? See if a group of humans, like a big group, like 6,000, 7,000, right, just formed a militia and started actively taking out these zombies, like there you go.
Aye, like you'd obviously win. Aye, it's like, see human beings. How the fuck did we manage to like domesticate wolves if we can't? Do you know what I mean? Why has there been cows in a field? A cow could tear a human up. One cow could trample one human, right? I heard the cows could trample
a Rhodesian Ridgeback, a husky, could obliterate.
Yeah,
like,
do you know what I mean? But they
obliterate
sit on command. Even like cows don't sit on command. That's why I'm trying to use like cows and sheep and like maybe horses as like an example here. Like they can't be controlled in that sort of way. They need to just, the only way they can be controlled is if you keep them happy, doing what they like today. Then they'll no bother you and they'll stay in a kind of predictable zone and stuff like that. It's indirect control. How the fuck can we not exert any indirect control over these fucking zombies? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
I guess because they're brainless,
man.
but like, well, no, they done that.
Every city and fucking every major city's got a sewer system. Lure your zombies into the fucking sewer and drown those fuckers. Why? Well, do you know what I mean? Like, do it.
There was Michonne. Was that her name? Michelle? I think it was Michonne or something. Like her whole character, right? When you first meet her, she's got 2 zombies on chains behind her. She's cut off both their arms and their jaw.
They can't do anything, pretty much. But it's like, so that's one of the reasons I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore, is because I find it's just formulaic bullshit.
Like the only bit like I watched The Walking Dead and thought, you know what, that's a cool twist, is in, I think it was season 2, when they get to the World Health Organization building, and then they watch and then they realise, wait, fuck, we didn't have to get bit. We're all infected. All we need to do is die. Like, so it was a case of like, the second someone died, it was cool, we need to destroy the brain. Burn them. You know? Don't bury them, burn them.
Burn them, aye. That's it. You burn zombies and they don't turn into crimson heads, that's what happens. How you doing, Frenzy? How you doing, Candonian? Welcome, man.
You know, it's just...
Oh, sorry, they can see him being horny, boy.
But like, it was just boring, but like, the shows like Altered Carbon and everything gave us something a bit
different. It was different enough that we didn't notice the formulaic nature of the season. Do you know what I mean?
It's like the anime beach episode, right? Right, hold on, I didn't know this.
This is 2-player mode, 2-player podcast.
The Last Kingdom season 4 release date modified yesterday. Last Kingdom Path Back declared its revision for season 4 through its official Twitter account and other social media. A year ago in April, the show, just like Netflix, declared season 4 for all of its 10 episodes. But now Instagram handle The Last Kingdom welcomed every one of its fans to join the fight. What? I'm so confused. I don't think this is English. I think this has been translated.
What? Big coughs. Big coughs.
Oh, God's sake.
So Last Kingdom's getting another series? Is that what's happening? Or have they a petition to get another series?
Hold on.
I'll definitely sign that shit. Last Kingdom's awesome.
I love this. First person Radio Times. Shield walls at the ready. Netflix historical based on Bernard Cornwell Saxon novel series has been renewed for a 4th season. So here's everything to know about The Last Kingdom Series 4 from the release date, cast, plot info, latest news. So, it was announced in July 2019.
Twitch chat.
Yep.
Mint it. That's quality. I'm happy about that.
Oh my god, I didn't realise that Cookham was filmed in Budapest.
When is the Last Kingdom released on Netflix? When? December?
So, The Pagan Lord, published in 2013, and the next book to be adapted for the series jumps ahead a decade, which if Netflix adheres to the timeline will mean a fresh batch of young actors, including Uhtred's children, by Gisela, who in the books are all grown up. Alexander's returning to play Uhtred, but a bit greyer. And with the alliance beginning of the kingdoms fractured, he believes the timing is right to challenge Frick. So we might actually see him take Bebenberg back.
Nice. I
Cool.
don't care what happens in season 4. I just want season 4 to be a thing. Do you know what I mean? Last Kingdom's fucking fantastic, man. Probably one of the best TV shows out there.
Do you know what I was kind of hoping for though? Just because it was like hinted at in season 3, because they mentioned Alba, I was like, go to Scotland. I want to see you fight the Celts. I want to do that.
Ragnar went and raided in Scotland and stuff like that. Raided in
Yeah,
Alba.
no, it was in Ireland he went and raided.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've mentioned Alba a good few times. It does sound as if like maybe a wee Scottish king will appear and stuff like that. Because Alfred and Alfred's successors did have hegemony over they weren't Scottish kings at the time, but the kings at Alba, the Alban kings swore fealty to the early English kings and stuff like that. So they maybe make an appearance.
It'll be like what was it? Oh, it'll be families like you know the Marks. Is it the Marks? No,
Don't know.
like it'll be like McCallums and all that. McStevensons, and it'll be the clans.
Aye, it'll be the clans. That'd be cool though. That'd be cool. Big Scottish people. There's like a token Scotsman in almost every TV show now anyway, so there probably will be one in that if it's set in early Britain. Do you know what I mean? But we wanted to talk about Netflix's new rules on what constitutes a view, right? So Netflix continues to be the dominant force in streaming services. It was recently released how it calculates its views, which was a bit controversial. If a user watches at least 2 minutes of a movie, TV show, or original series, it counts as a view. The company has revealed exactly why they decided on that as their viewing metric. In a letter to shareholders released on January 21st, Netflix explained why this change was made. We've been working on how to best share content highlights that demonstrate popularity, shared the letter. Given that we now have titles with widely varying lengths from short episodes, e.g. special at around 15 minutes, to long films, e.g. The Highwayman at 132 minutes, we believe that reporting households viewing a title based on 70% of a single episode of a series or entire film, which what it used to be, which we have been doing, makes sense less. We are now reporting households accounts that watch a given title, choose to watch it, and did watch for at least 2 minutes, long enough to indicate the choice was intentional. Is the price
No, it's
different?
not. Do you know how many times I've fallen asleep watching Netflix and it's played through an episode?
But, I don't know if women get this because I've never really spoke to women about their porn habits, but guys will get this. See, when you go into a porn website, it's kind of the same as going onto Netflix. No.
Recommended.
No.
No.
Click.
No.
Oh. Click.
Categories. You scroll down all the categories and you get back to your first two. Like, come on, let's do it.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? You go back to the video you've watched 25 times. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
just like I don't know how many times I've been.
What we're basically saying is 2 minutes is enough time to realise you don't like something. And if you've only registered 2 minutes of viewing time, it means this is pish. Do you know what I mean? That means that 95% of the time that's the conclusion. The other 95% of the time,
a lot of like TV shows these days as well, though. Like, going back to Altered Carbon, right? When I first watched the first 2 episodes of that, I thought, oh, this is kind of shite. And then later on, I went, you know what? I'll get another try. Got to episode 3 and went, it's just fucking amazing. Like,
what is this video you've sent us? Oh, season 2 promo date announcement for Altered Carbon. Mint it.
Mm-hmm. And I've figured out how I'd want a second season of Altered Carbon done, because you're right, the story has been tied up. However, that is a full world. Give us an entirely different story.
Yeah, give us an entirely different storyline. Aye.
Because they've introduced the fact that, people are being taken out of sleeves as punishment, right? So...
Well, that was a shite trailer. When's it coming out? 27th to the 2nd. That's fucking next month.
That's this month.
Oh, so what is it? It's this month now, yeah. 100%. Yes.
I'm actually going to I'm going to double check on my just to make sure.
But one thing I think we need to talk about, we've got 10 minutes left, so we're going to dedicate the last bit of the podcast to the fact that IndiScots are taking part in Game Blast again this year. If you're not familiar with Game Blast is a charity event run by Special Effect. And most people that can run about here know what Special Effect is. But if you don't, there's the Game Blast and Special Effect websites. So I'll bring up the Special Effect website and show you a wee bit about Special Effect. This is what Game Blast is doing to raise money for, right? And then we'll talk about what Game Blast is in a couple of minutes. We use cookies. Okay. So Special Effect is a charity that helps disabled people. Mainly kids, but people of all ages. Because, like, all... adults at our generation.
It's more people. It's mostly people of all ages. Cause
yes, it's more to people of all ages. But people like our age and stuff like that, they've already came to terms with it. So you see less of them getting helped because it takes more for somebody our age to actually go do something like that. I think they're just, do you know what I mean? It's like a normal person thing. I can't be bothered. My life's all right. I'm going all right. Now it sounds like a bit of a hassle. So and kids don't have that. So that's why you see kids a lot on Special Effect. Do you know what I mean? But it is for people of all ages. So like people with any disability, Special Effect come round, they'll work with you really closely and they'll get you a setup that works for you. Doesn't matter what your disability is, if it's an amputation, a disability of the body, a disability of the mind, they'll set something up that will help you get back to playing video games so as you can, and it's not even just video games as well, it's just like things to make your life easier as well, do you know what I mean? Like changing channels on the TV, there's different things running about the house nowadays. Like you can imagine like Special Effect would do something like what I've pictured in my mind. I'll need to ask Becky if I've ever done something like this, but you could imagine like they would make something like for somebody, like make it easier to open a washing machine or stuff like that, do you know what I mean? Those the people that go into the houses and fit these kits, they've got a lot of skill in figuring stuff out. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can I make this kitchen much easy to use for a guy with one arm or a guy in a wheelchair?
We saw this firsthand.
Do you know what I mean?
Like
exactly.
Me and Trust saw this firsthand. We helped out Special Effect at Resonate last year, and we were just helping out the stall, just showing people how to play. I'm not gonna lie, I spent most of my time just with a joystick to my chin playing this game, but
and that was really fun when took the joystick on the chin.
There was a dude.
He got surprisingly good at it as well.
Oh,
it just shows you how much.
Yeah, that was a bit. There's a dude in a wheelchair. Oh wait, was it his mum or his dad or him? It was a kid. It was somebody in a wheelchair.
It was his wife. It was his wife and his kids.
It was his wife. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, in a wheelchair, right? And I remember they came in, what's this? And we basically said to them, we make, well, the Special Effect make gaming rigs for people with disabilities. And they went, no, you can't. Move the chairs out of the way. We watched them play, and oh my god, like you could see it.
I remember the guy you're talking about, because I remember the guy you were talking about. He'd only recently lost the use of his legs over the past, like maybe he could still move about on his legs, but he can't like keep up. Like if he was trying to walk down the street with his, like walk to the shop, it'd take him an hour, 2 hours or something. So he's got a wheelchair, and I remember him saying, ever since I lost the use of my legs, I've never cut a boot quicker. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, that's why I love things like Special Effect, because he was talking about another charity and how they'd hooked him up with his wee bike. And it was the wee bike thing that clipped onto his wheelchair.
Oh, it was so good. It clipped to the wheelchair, and I looked at it. Where can I get one?
Because I was I remember I says to him, I was like, so how quick does it go? And he's like, mate, I've been cutting down the roads at 25 mile an hour, overtaking grannies and that. I'm like, yes. But it just shows you, man, it's like, just because you don't lose your want to have fun and have a laugh and interact with other human beings, do you know what I mean? Like, and play video games and do daft stupid stuff just because you've had, like, lost the use of your leg or you've got a disability. Do you know what I mean? It's like these people still deserve to have fun, and it's one of the most purest charities for that. So we're taking part in the Game Blast. And Game
Have you
Blast,
got the video there? There was a video on the website. You should play it. Because I remember when we first saw this.
it takes me to a YouTube video, but I'll play this video. How you doing, Pop Tap? Welcome back. There it's there, the chin control. It's playing a Formula
Nobody
One
likes
game.
being
There.
left out. That's why special
I think
effects
that they
are
just brought the
helping people
controller
with
up.
physical disabilities to play video games. But this isn't just about having fun. The gaming setups we create are personalised, so people can play to the very best of their abilities. And that opens the door to inclusion and independence, confidence and creativity. Help us level the playing field and create more magical gaming moments.
Trying to play fucking Minecraft with
Because
your eyes,
it's
mate.
everyone's turn to play.
Nah, it's like fucking such a good charity. So we're raising money again. We're going to be raising money for the whole of February. We'll have the donation buttons and that on our channels as of Saturday this week.
Well,
But
we still got our t-shirts, right?
I've still got my t-shirt somewhere, but I'm wearing my Game Blast hoodie. Yay.
My t-shirt should be somewhere.
But aye, we're taking part in that. We're doing the whole weekend thing again over. But the Game Blast weekend is the 21st to the 23rd, and we've got to do a community games night. We've got to get quite a lot of us. We've just got to play games for the whole night. You're more than welcome to come. It'll be really inclusive games. We'll maybe drop out and play some Killing Floor or stuff like that and break it up a wee bit. But there'll be loads of inclusive games. We're thinking Cards Against Humanity, stuff like that. Scribble, get loads of people in. Jackbox, have a right good laugh, raise money. And then on the Saturday, we're going to do the relay stream that we usually do. 12-hour relay. We've got slots available. So if you want a slot in the relay, hit us up. We'll get you a slot in the relay. We'll get you hooked up with your buttons and stuff like that, so as we can all get the donations going to the same place. We've got the Just Giving page set up this year, so the money's not going through us this year the same way as it was last year. It's going straight to the charity this year without us ever having handled a penny. And then on the Sunday, we're going to be doing the Wheel of Misfortune all over again. The hot dog challenge is on the table right now. We're still debating whether or not it's going to make it. I advocate for each person has to try it once upon their turn. And if you've tried it once, that's you're free of it, because I tried it 3 times last time. I'm not but I don't exactly want to try and do the hot dog thing, right? But see, anytime we say Wheel of Misfortune, what is it people think? Why would people come back to our Wheel of Fortune? How disappointed would they be when they come back and go, what do you mean the hot dog challenge isn't there?
There is another challenge there as well, which I've been advocating for. Hilarious. But if someone, I don't know how much it is. There's the option to have 2 people in the stream of your choosing recreate 3 minutes of the Star Wars prequels.
Please don't choose me, because I'll be watching the video flailing about at that exact moment in time.
The thing is, I know people go like, "Oh, do we get to choose the scene?" Yeah, you can choose the scene. You know, somebody's gonna make someone's gonna be recreate the Anakin Padme sand scene, and you're gonna have 2 of us holding hands going, "I hate sand."
There will also on the Sunday when Viper's running at my bit, there will be the very first ever live performance of the Hype Train, followed closely by the very first live performance of Hello, my name is Viper.
I don't think I agreed to that last part, but
It's got to be so funny watching you sing that song. Like Grumpy Viper sings song. Happy Viper sings song. Happy Viper being the recording when he first done it. Thunder, leave me alone now. I'm trying to have a laugh. I see you, puppy dog. But aye, Game Blast weekend, 21st to the 23rd. We're raising money. Our goal is only £100, so don't worry about donating all that much. Just a couple of quid. Gives £1 for the bus sort of mentality, do you know what I mean? Gives £1 for the wains. Because there's a lot of other channels over Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that doing it as well. The Just Giving page, you'll see it. We've got a total and it's linked to the bigger total as well. So you'll be able to see how much IndiScots have raised individually and how much has been raised overall. Last year, for Game Blast, they raised over 400,000. So that was fucking quality. So if they can beat that this year, that would be fucking epic.
Giza pound for the Waynes. Giza pound. Giza pound.
Pound for the Waynes. Na 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 na. Not just for Waynes.
Giza,
It's for
Giza
every
pound.
cunt.
Giza
Every
pound.
cunt.
Every.
But yes, we'll be starting that next weekend. We'll be starting taking donations. And we're going to get as many people in the IndiScots network as we can to take the donation button and that onto their channel, to push it across and get as many people as we can putting money on the clock. So if you've got a couple of pound to spare over the next couple of weeks, you know where to put it, guys and girls. Thank you, Viper, for joining us, and we'll see you all next time, guys. Good night. We'll build this network on Scots with soul. We'll build this network Scots with soul. Build this network on Scots with soul. It's for the mates.